Upscale Media Group present In the Lane Sports Talk. This is your host, Jerome Lane. My best analyst around here is Ali McGill, Julius Harrington, and my main man, The Free.
What's up?
We want to start off today by talking about my main man's dad, DeWitt Harrington second, our best friend that we hung with practically all our life. But his dad died today. And he was just as much of an influence on us than, any other father. I'm talking about all of us that was around DeWitt second. The daddy was the one giving us great advice, leading us in the great direction, and I'm gonna miss that man. He lived a great life. What was he about, Drew? He was like 96?
Yeah, he was in his 90s.
So, he lived a great life. So, man, we're gonna miss you, Mr. Aaron. Now we want to get to your boy, man, that need, what they say, what they call it when you got to go to the house, welfare check?
Come on, man. Don't play with that.
Hey, what you think about that, Gilly Gill, about the John Moran situation?
You said welfare check? He damn sure don't need that. The check in or the check out. He don't need neither one of them. Yeah, well, what is there to think? I know when I was on the show several weeks ago, I had said, these young boys, they own some different stuff.
Right.
They people keep saying, well, he need to listen to his dad and mom. They're not listening to their dad and mom. They the breadwinners in the group. They got the most money. They ain't listening to nobody.
And that's the problem.
It is what it is. We have to look at this generation much different than we looked in the past. I heard so many people say, well, his dad should have said this and his mom should have said that. Who said they didn't say something?
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
But these young boys, they own some different stuff. I'm sure mama is telling him, why is you wearing $400,000 worth of jewelry around your neck?
So somebody can stick him up.
And that's his reason for carrying a gun right off the back. Just how his mind is. I'm walking around here with all this around my neck. I can't let nobody stick me up. And I don't know if y'all remember, it was a football player a couple weeks ago said, oh, it was Sauce Gardner. And he had to take it off of Instagram. He said, man, you ain't got to show your gun. We all carrying guns.
That's totally right.
Bottom line, and people like, well, why is they carrying guns? They in a generation where they ain't got no choice. They feel like that's protection. If you out here in these streets right now and you walk past 10 dudes that's 25 years old, I'm going to say 8 of them got a gun.
At least 9.
Maybe 10.
Gil makes some good points. And one of the things that I want to, not make light of, the welfare check, we know how serious that is when people go out. A lot of times they find out they're not in good condition. One thing I will say about Ja is I do think it's something not all the way there, because I totally agree with Gil. I think each and every person in his life gave him good advice. I'm pretty sure his dad did say something to him. His mom said something to him. I'm pretty sure his other siblings said something to him. Sometimes when somebody say something to you, it's up to you to listen. A lot of people in this day and time, including me when I was young, who wanted to listen to your mom, your dad, whatever? And we didn't make that type of money, but we thought we knew what was best out here for us. So one thing Gil is pointing out, when you're the main breadwinner, not just for your immediate family, he's the breadwinner for all his boys. Rome, you know how it was back in the day. We would go out and you would just say, I got it. I was like, Rome, I got it. And I wouldn't even argue with you. You would pay for everything every time we went out. So, and I'm pretty sure you didn't make $40 million a year.
Not that right.
So, and you still had it. So you can't even imagine what these dudes are doing now. They probably going somewhere shutting shit down like Red Lobster. Hey, we want Red Lobster closed. We paying for everything. All my boys coming in here. We about to kick it. Like, think about that. That's powerful. That's very powerful. So when you give somebody young power, either they use it the right way or they use it the wrong way.
If he don't listen to nobody else, and evidently he hasn't, he better listen to these boys that's in the gangs that's telling him, you don't want to go down that road, you got a chance, this is not you, leave it alone. Because we will check you. They done gave fair warning. If he keep acting like he acting, giving up signs and stuff, they going to see him. They already told him. So he has a chance now to redeem himself and get back into good grace. Because when they went and checked, that's a sign, hey, I better get myself together. Hopefully he see that and grow from it. Because if it's not, next year or so, he might not be here.
I think they're gonna give him a half a season next year, though. I think they're gonna.
It doesn't matter about as far as basketball. He has to stop doing whatever signs he's giving and flashing. Because the gangs, the Crips,
Right, they don't
and
warn
the
him.
Bloods, they already told him. They already gave him fair warning. We coming to see you. Leave it alone. You're not in the gang. Stop giving the signs.
First of all, I will say this: if somebody gonna come check on you, they know something right. They can cover up as much as they want. Something wasn't right. Somebody felt something was danger with this guy. And the second thing is this, man. Like you said, Juice, if he gets suspended all those games, just think of how much money he's gonna lose, right? And all the games he done lost before. He can hire 2 bodyguards to carry many guns they want and watch all the jury he want to watch. And you don't have to carry a gun.
Right.
You living a life, you want to be gangster, but the gangster scene is not in the NBA, and they're not going to let it go. So either you're going to have to play accordingly, or they're going to kick your ass out the league. Bottom line.
Bottom line.
Can I say something on that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Anybody that's in the league, probably under the age of 25, got a pistol.
Oh, no question.
That ain't even no question about it.
I bet everybody in it, I would say 95% of the league got pistols.
And these boys, you know, they young and they testosterone is at a whole new level. And they trying to always prove a point. You know, like we used to say, rappers want to be athletes and athletes want to be rappers.
Bottom
So
line.
the new age rapper is talking about everything that we ain't trying to hear as a community.
But I'm just saying, if you, first of all, when you play in the NBA, man, they rapping you with love. They drafted you. I mean, and you playing great. What you need a gun for, man?
But the smartest thing somebody can do in Memphis, if I had a security team, say I had Harrington Security, I would reach out to Ja. I was like, Ja, hey, we love you here in Memphis. We're going to give you a break. We're going to give you a 20% discount. Usually I charge this to, watch people or to take care of people. But I see you going through something. We got you. We're going to give you a discount. A security team need to reach out to him and actually, say, hey, you don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. We're going to have 2 to 4 guys with you at all time. We're going to take care of you.
He ain't thinking like that, man.
Hey,
That's
Jim,
the problem. These young boys is on some different stuff. We need to bring a young dude up in here so he can tell y'all we coming from our age and our era. These young dudes think entirely different than we ever thought when we was 25. For real. These boys is treacherous. They ruthless. Everybody got a gun. And it reminds me of the Westerns back in the day, the Wild Wild West. Because that's the times we living in.
Exactly.
That's why Akron, just using Akron for instance, can't have a club for them kids 25 and under. You can't do it.
You're right.
Because soon as somebody bump into somebody stepping on their shoe, everybody pulling their gun out. It's a whole new genre. And until us older people start going down and trying to figure out why these dudes is thinking that way, why is they carrying a gun? And if you ask any young guy, the first thing they're going to say is for protection. So Ja is with his boys.
But he around the wrong people.
Right, he is around the wrong people, but
the dudes
not.
he hang around is not helping him.
But let me say this, and Rome, you've been in the league. He just the one that got caught out in the open. But how many of these dudes is already hanging around them same type of dudes?
Oh, I already know that.
Yeah, I mean, he just got caught up out here in the open. That's the only difference.
I mean, he can't be flashing so he get caught on Instagram. And
No,
all
no,
that
but
stuff.
that particular time, he didn't know that he was on live.
First of all, why would you be
Dude did
flashing
that on his own.
Why are you flashing a gun?
Because he was listening. From what I got from my sources, they was listening to music. He high. You know how young dudes is. They do that. Yeah, they do that. This is a whole new generation, and he didn't know his dude was gonna go live.
Well,
He didn't know it, and that put him out there even more.
this is very true. When
Yeah.
I would go around and talk, because I go around and speak, and at the end of the talk, and I would open it up for questions, and I would ask questions, and this is, say, 5 years ago, a young man, I was speaking at a bullying, and he said, I carry a gun because I'm not expected to live past 25 anyhow, so I don't care. I'm not, and I asked him, I'm like, what you mean? You're not expected to live? He said, well, statistics say young black men don't live past 25. I'm like, oh, I was a young black man and I made it past 25. With that mindset, yeah, you would not, because you thinking already you're not supposed to live past 25. Don't believe that. If you live right and do the right thing, you can live to be an old man. That's your choice. Don't believe what somebody else tell you.
Mhm.
But that's their mindset. You right now, and it has gotten even worse than it was back then. So everybody, all these kids, young men, are scared to put them up. So automatically, now everybody's carrying a pistol.
Everybody.
Everybody's carrying a pistol.
And we could talk about this at the table. How many of us have been affected by gun violence?
Shit,
Either
everybody.
our kids
Yeah,
or
everybody.
ourselves.
Or
You know what I'm
somebody we
saying?
know.
I mean, everybody. So now these young dudes' mindset is, I gotta have it. When Sauce put that on there, Gardner, he was speaking for every athlete that's his age. And it's a sad thing, you know. And the Jets called him and said, take that shit down. What is you doing? Why is you saying everybody in y'all's age era got a gun?
But
So so what he was trying to say is, why is you flashing it? We know you got a gun. That's basically how he was saying it.
bottom line, yo, you gotta think about it. It's a sickness. You got suspended.
Right.
After that suspension, I don't even want to see a gun for a minute.
No.
You know what I'm saying? If you're behind in your house with the gun, they can't do nothing to you because I got a gun in my house. But you can't be going out in public flashing it. And on the last note, I want to say this, y'all. They came out with a shoe yesterday. It sold out.
It came out with it.
It's a new shoe. Oh, today? It's a new shoe. It sold out already
Why?
because of this controversy.
Yeah.
Because this era, this young generation, the way we looking at it is not the way they looking at it. They looking at him as the king. We looking at him as a fool. Guess what? Nike didn't say they was dropping him. They know what they doing.
But everybody else is dropping him except Nike.
Right, because Nike is the one that's gonna make the money in the end.
Well, they let us know that. They sold out in hours.
Well, I know
That is kinda
my
funny.
son won't have none of his shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't allowed to wear his jersey.
Well, I mean, give him a chance, free. He's still
I
young.
chance my ass.
He can shape up, man. Everybody go.
I'll see in a couple of years. If he all right in a couple of years.
Freak everybody.
But the
mess
first
up.
year, he messed up the first. I gave him a break. He did it again. 3 strikes, you're out. My son would not wear his jersey or he would not wear his shoes.
I like that, Freak, because I got a jersey for you. It's a Pitt jersey number 34. I knew a guy that used to wear that jersey. Give your
I
son
got
that
one.
jersey. Yeah,
He
give
got
your son
one.
that jersey.
He told
right
me to
there.
bring it up here and let him sign it.
Hey, I tell
I
you
got
one
one.
thing.
Let's
I ain't
go to
never
the next
heard
subject.
nothing
Let's
about
go to
that
the
guy.
next subject, man. Hey, man.